This is going to be the first part of a comprehensive review of my new Autel Robotics X-Star Premium quadcopter. On the front, right here, not sure how well you can see that, but it's got the toll-free number for the support team, and they're available 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. They're US based, English speaking, very knowledgeable people. I called with questions before I purchased this about 3 times. They were always able to answer my questions fully. They're very patient, and they certainly know their product, and they're very, very helpful. And again, they're US based, English speaking, and to me that is a huge, huge plus. Okay, so let's take off this outer wrapping and take a look at the carrying case that it comes in. And the Autel Robotics name is nicely displayed there. I have to say, this looks like a very well-made case, very tough looking. It is a kind of a hard plastic, but it is very tough. Has a nice top handle up here which kind of goes down flat, and it is zippered all the way around. Alright, we wanted to show a little bit more detail here on the Autel Robotics X-Star Premium case. And this is with the zippers here. Actually, the entire zipper is heavy duty. It's all metal. And including the closures here, these are metal also. And you should notice that each end has a little hole through it. So when you bring the two ends together, you can see hopefully a little hole right here, which would allow you to put like a small luggage padlock here. So you can actually lock up your case with your X-Star Premium inside, and it makes it a little bit more secure. Great detail. Okay, so again, this is a wonderful carrying case. It's like a piece of well-made luggage. I think this would easily fit into the overhead compartment of an airplane, but it's certainly better than a foam box. So we're going to go ahead and start opening this up. We'll unzip this all the way around. And let's open this up to see what this looks like inside. And there is our X-Star quadcopter as it came, with all the accessories included. So we're going to take those out one by one and have a look at them. And this looks like it's obviously designed to fit this drone specifically. It is a fairly good rugged foam insert here, and it holds the components very, very sturdily and nicely, and I'm very impressed with that. Let's start up here in this box up here. It says repair kits, and we'll open this up and take a look at the contents. Now, first of all, we have a lanyard, which will probably come in very handy here. An official Autel Robotics lanyard. And also we have some extra gimbal dampeners, vibration dampeners, a set of 4. That's a nice feature. We have 4 extra little rubberized feet which go on the bottom of the skids. Some spares. And we also have some little plastic pieces which keep the gimbal solidly attached, and the camera attached to the gimbal. We'll show that in more detail later, but that's a nice little feature that they give you extra of these. And over here we have a very nice drawstring closure feels like a nylon bag. And inside we have, well, let's see, first of all, you have this little plastic propeller wrench, which is very handy, and we'll show you when we put the propellers on exactly how that works. Also in here we have a set of propellers. This is a quadcopter, it takes 4 propellers. But you also get an extra set of 4 propellers. And we'll show later on how to put these on. So you're left with this nice, maybe a nylon cloth bag to use to store your extra propellers in, and maybe your propeller wrench, and maybe a few other little odds and ends. So that's a nice little feature, a nice little bag. Let's see here. It says user manual. Let's take a look in here, see what all's in here. Got the paperwork in here. And I think all drones come with this now, but you have a flying safety little brochure here, and a couple of websites, knowbeforeyoufly.org and FAA.gov, because here in the US you are supposed to register your drone and follow the safe flight rules. A little welcoming card again to the robotics community. Again, the toll-free number available, your support team is available 7 days a week. Here we have an X-Star Premium packing list that shows you everything that's supposed to come with the drone. So we'll check that out and check these off as we go through. We have a X-Star Premium quick guide. So this is an abbreviated version of getting the quadcopter prepared for flight and everything. So that's a quick guide. And then we have the regular full user's manual, which has got some, it's all in English, by the way. And it's got all sorts of nice details in here. There's some extra stickers for the front. So before you really do much of anything, you need to really familiarize yourself, get this user manual out, read it cover to cover, kind of get familiar with everything, and you'll probably have a best experience and a safe way to fly it. And in this bag here, this looks like the charger. And indeed it is. This is the Autel charger. This is the part that goes on the battery. And we're going to talk about more about that later, because this has a really nice little feature on here that I really like. And this is what you charge up your controller with. And you can actually charge up the battery and the controller at the same time. Over here we have the radio flight controller transmitter. We're going to talk about more detail about that later. It has the antennas, which fold out, and they kind of twist up. And according to their manual, which I've already read, this is pretty much the angle, the optimum angle that you want. You can experiment a little bit, but you don't really want them. I've seen some people out where they have them out like this, and again, according to Autel, that's not the best for getting the best reception. Whereas this, where they kind of are twisted up vertically and slightly up a little bit to kind of point up toward where your quadcopter is liable to be. And when they're not in use, again, these fold down very nicely, so you can put it back in the carrying case and it fits in there very nicely. This part here, this is where you can put your smartphone or maybe a small tablet. I will be using my iPad mini Air, and It has horizontal or vertical orientation. It has some padding in here and in the sides, so it helps protect your smartphone or your tablet. And this is kind of unique. This has a LCD screen here, and we're going to go into more detail about what that shows. You've got a number of buttons here, and we'll go into these more in detail later. And on the back, and very nice controller. It's got some rubberized grips here, and you basically kind of grip it like this. You control your control sticks with your thumbs. Your forefingers are free to operate the other buttons and switches up in this position here, and we'll show that in more detail later. Now on the back, you've got some other little ports in here, and we'll explain those later too. So that's your basic radio controller. And last but not least, we have our X-Star quadcopter. This comes with one battery, which is already installed, and when I first got this, it was already 50% charged, and it pulls out just like this. And you have to remove the battery to connect it to the charger to get it charged up. And it just simply slips in here. When you hear a nice snap like that, you know you've got it in there snugly. And on the back, you've got some LEDs here which tell you the power of your battery. You might be able to see them light up there. I have already fully charged this battery. So to check your battery level, you can press the button for about a second. These LED lights up and shows you. And actually, as we'll show later on your display, either on the LCD or your tablet or smartphone with the application, which is free for like iOS or Android, it shows you all sorts of great detailed information like that too. So that's our basic unboxing of our X-Star Premium. And again, this is a great case. And by the way, this, let me go ahead and put this back in here. And there you can see the gimbal and the 4K camera. And there are plenty of places for extra batteries in this carrying case. Like for instance, you got 2 places here, specifically made, I think, for carrying the extra batteries. You got another one here, and you've got 2 back here. So you could carry 4 extra batteries in addition to the one that's already in your quadcopter. And there's other little places where you can put other things, or maybe an extra battery or 2. So, I don't know, you could probably get in 5 or 6 extra batteries in this case without too much problem. So it's got plenty of extra room kind of built in for it for extra batteries and things. So that's our basic unboxing and a look at the carrying case. Very nice heavy duty fabric hinge back here, metal zippers, good solid foam to protect your components. Good solid case. I'm really impressed with this case from Autel.